What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real G. Man, I just came across this article here, and I found this to be pretty interesting. If you guys are a fan of the Batman with Robert Pattinson, you guys know that we got a part two coming out, and it's been a pretty good cast that's been forming. So we got Scarlett Johansson joining, Sebastian Stan has joined the cast as Two-Face. And so now reports are that the rumor is claims that Daniel Craig has been offered a key villain role. So let's check out this article here, guys. So this is from Comic Book Movie News. It says, assuming everything is still on schedule, the Batman Part 2 is expected to begin shooting next month. Pretty soon. And most of the main roles have now been filled, with the exception of Harvey Dent's troubled father, Christopher Dent. I'm really curious to see where they're going with this story here. But it is to believe that this was the part that Brad Pitt was offered prior to Sebastian Stan being cast as Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. We've since heard that director Matt Reeves is now searching for a slightly older actor to play Dent Sr. Stellan Skarsgård, of course, is rumored and has turned down the offer. That was a report a couple weeks ago. And seems that a former 007 star may be in the studio's wish list. So, according to GFR, Daniel Craig has been offered the part of Christopher Dent, and if he declines, Liam Neeson is next in line. So, admittedly here, this source has a patchy track record, but to their credit, they did report Scarlett Johansson has been offered a role in the movie before the trades confirmed the news. There are rumors that the sequel will feature a second male bad guy, third if you count Harvey, but if this is the case, the character remains a mystery. Reeves has previously dropped a few hints about the villain Batman will be facing off against in a movie, describing the mysterious antagonist as someone who has never really been done in a movie before. Well, Christopher Dent's one of them for sure. So there's a good chance he was referring to Scarlett Johansson's character here, however. Because what's the first movie because of what the first movie was and what the Batman Part 2 is, which is so much a detective story, the idea of trying to protect the secret of the movie is super important because it's a mystery. That would be an extra level of heartbreak if that part of it starts getting out. You want to keep the surprise so the fans can have the fun experience I've always loved going to the movies, which was to go and be surprised. Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. That's the one thing about the internet now. We get spoiled with so much before. Like I remember, I of course found out Han Solo dies right before everybody found out Han Solo dies right before that movie came out. But man, what do you guys think of this, man? Daniel Craig, I could absolutely see him fitting in to the Batman in that environment. I can definitely see that. Now, Christopher Dent is a character that I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty unfamiliar with. Other than of that he is Harvey's father, but I'm not too familiar with the character's past, and that's a failure on my part, man. Because Batman is definitely my favorite hero, of all the comic books there. So. And it's interesting to see here, man. Daniel Craig, Sebastian Stan, Scarlett Johansson. Who's Scarlett Johansson playing? Maybe Harvey Dent's wife. I thought there was a interesting take somebody had where she could be playing the Phantasm, the Masked Phantasm, and I was like, ooh, I can absolutely see her in that role. Absolutely see her in that role. So it's really interesting to see, how this is all playing out. But I trust Matt Reeves, man. I enjoyed the Batman Part One very much. And that's crazy. A lot of people in my circle, very close to me, they didn't like it, and that's crazy. Even my wife didn't really enjoy it that much, and I was like, man, this movie is great. This is different, We got a Batman mystery, like a noir style. I really, really, genuinely enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a little long. It was definitely a little long. I wish there was a couple more fight scenes in it, but other than that, man, I really enjoyed what Matt Reeves did, and I love the world and that he built. So really, really, really interesting to see how everything all plays out in the end, and I'm excited for it. So we were definitely getting a Two-Face. I think we're going to get Riddler back probably, and then maybe everything that builds up to, of course, the Batman Part Three. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you guys enjoy the Batman Part One, first of all, or hey, would you are you excited for the Batman 2? Are you excited for what they're doing here, bringing in Harvey Dent? Do you like the casting here? Let me hear your guys' thoughts down below. But if you haven't got a chance to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more of the real G. And of course, my name is G, and I appreciate all the love, guys. But until next time, come back and see me.